Let's notify some people. Let's share. And we're going to say, create post. Folks. I'm live. Post. There we go, there we go. I'm gonna wait for you guys to join in. I'm gonna just do some shit with watches. These are my big boys. I'm gonna go put on a watch for the stream. You know, this channel started at a shitty situation in a shitty year. May of 2020, the shittiest year ever. Now, I'll clean you up, baby. Now, that shit sucks a lot. And that was a worse year for everyone due to, you know, COVID and shit like that. But I made it a good situation because I have anxiety and I wanted to, you know, bring it out there for the folks and say, hey, let's, you know, let's make something of it, right? We're going to make something of 2020. And I did. So the quality isn't going to be good because as I looked at my last live stream, it wasn't the best quality in the world. But this is possibly going to be the new backdrop, my bed, with my weird jacket there. It's going to look pretty unkempt. This is my bedroom. Ain't the prettiest thing in the entire universe, but these watches are. Through this year, we have a lot to go. It is currently, wrong one, January 3rd, 2023. My birthday's in 11 days. Damn. Let's talk while I wind these bad boys. Or girls, or whoever you want to call them. The girls are usually defined as titties, right? I don't know. Well, let's wind them up. So, apparently, I've been demonetized before. In one of my live streams, it was either due to copyright or something else. I don't remember what channel it was. I think it was when I first started the channel and I couldn't do lives on my phone like I'm doing now, which, thank the Lord, I don't know how many subs you need to get, probably over 50 or something. I have 471 of y'all now, and that is pretty big for me. That is a win in my books. In the YouTube algorithm, that is petty, sadly. But I'm proud of this channel. I'm proud of what I've done. I know it's a small channel. I know a lot of people who, you know, don't subscribe, but they still watch the content and have the nerve to comment. Uh-oh. This isn't straight. That's a joke. No one's been mean. Some ask good feedback. Some ask questions about things I don't know the answers to, whether or how a tourbillon works, or, I mean, I know how it works, I just don't know how to explain it to people. All I know how to say is a tourbillon pretty much is, it kind of counteracts gravity so the second hand doesn't. I think I'm on the right track. But some people are just straight up keyboard warriors, you know? They could be having a great day and they want to poop, or they're having a bad day and they poop on you for it. Which I'm okay with. I accept it. But sometimes people get, you know, really personal. But they don't know it. They just kind of say what they say. Can't change it. Can't do anything about it, but maybe comment back. I've made that mistake before, and I see the live chat here. Okay, cool. So, as I was saying, a lot of people decide to be keyboard warriors and comment mean things. This happens on a lot of people's channels. Not only mine, but it's happened through my other channels as well. And I want to just say to you folks who don't, you know, want to poop on others because you have a bad day. Now, I've had bad days. I've pooped on people before. And in the end, I always, either when they reply to the comment I made, maybe it's mean, maybe it was sarcastic, but someone took it literally. Well, I mean, I guess fucking sarcasm doesn't go through on text, does it? Unless you put italics and other stuff. But you know, people who just need to chill, man. Like, think before you write. Like, think before you speak. Same thing. Think before you type. Think before you write. I mean, some people ask really good questions. Also, the guy who I said was Greg in the last one, his name is Gary. I apologize. I really deeply do apologize for butchering your name. After the live, I looked back at the email, and I was like, well, shit, wrong name. So I'm so sorry about that. I owe you one. My apologies. Yeah, I'm just gonna get that out of the way. But after all that shit, we're gonna go over the beautiful timepieces in this collection. And questions if you have any for me. I can't see the chat due to it being on my phone. But I could possibly set up my computer somewhere. So I'm gonna try to be close to the camera as possible. And let's start with what's happening this year. Now this year, this will be one of our home bases. This and my living room. This is my bedroom. Get used to it. Let's start getting you organized. My bed. Number one, bed. Cars. I like cars. That's about it. Bed, cars, table, winder over there. Watches here, watches over there. Let's familiarize you with my room. Usually the watches aren't here, but for videos, I'm going to either put a watch box or something watch related up on the bed or the platform for you. So today it is the Box of Wonders. That's this new piece. We have my watch winder off camera to the right in my cabinet shelf. And while I wait for you guys, I'm just going to clean some stuff up. No, not the new Bugatti. Like I said, I love cars. Let's get the new Veyron Vitesse out of there. Okay. Oh, no. I'm not going to do that today. You're putting the beautiful Veyron Vitesse. Transport Vitesse, I believe. Out of the way. Making room for other stuff. 1 sec. You know, it's been quite the journey through this channel, it has been. And I love every minute of it. Now, whether or not it's been a good day, a bad day, I'll always upload, and when I hit 1 view on that video, it makes me smile. I know that means nothing, but man, to make me smile says a lot. And I always love the constructive criticism that comes through these lives or comments later. One thing I just don't get, if 28,000 people like one fucking video of mine, excuse my language, why can't 28,000 like every fucking, excuse my language again, video of mine that I upload? This is probably gonna get like 2 views, or maybe 1, because one dude joined and left, just like my dad. So that's out of the way. I'll try to make this, I'll add a little more humor to my content. So, yeah, my dad joke. I don't have a dad. I adopted and shit. That's a fact. That's not a joke. But let's get that shit out of the way. Last year, we're going to go through the shit that happened last year. Last year, I did pretty good. I got a vintage timepiece. Let's say I bought it from eBay. Really good deal. I went to Italy, and I saw a bunch of cool watch stuff. I saw the Omega Moon Swatch, the partnership they did with Swatch. Did an Omega Swatch. I was walking to my hotel when I was in, I think it was, oh god dang it. We went to Rome, and then we went somewhere else, and then it was Cinque Terre. Venice. God, where was it? Rome. How am I forgetting this right now? Rome. I'll be right back. Give me a second. just went like 5 minutes ago. Alright, sorry. How do I forget these things? I have no idea. So it was Florence. We went to Florence, Rome, and Pisa. No, Rome, Florence, Pisa, and there was one more place. I forgot where it was. But when we went all over Italy, and it was I forgot my point I was trying to say. But it was in Florence, yes. Florence was by the hotel. And I was just happening to walk past. It's in my posts if you care enough. I walked past and I didn't notice it at the time, but mom's friend Kathleen pointed out and said, hey, that is a watch store. I hadn't, or maybe I noticed it. I think I saw the word Omega, the brand Omega, and I looked and it was an Omega watch. So I was like, oh shit, they're probably really expensive due to being a combo. And I thought you'd have to buy the whole box. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I was sober. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that. I don't know. I think I was tired. I think that was the same night when we were walking back to our hotel. We're walking to the hotel. Two drunk guys are just fighting, like casual. That's Italy stuff. Like, your mom sucks. I have no idea what they were saying. They were probably making jokes about pee-pee size because, that's an Italy thing. And as they did that, I freeze. I have anxiety, social anxiety. Not social anxiety. I have some form of panic disorder. I think that's the thing. And I froze. I tend to freeze when there's situations that are threatening, says the black belt. I don't know what it is. I just tend to freeze a lot. What time is it? It was 5:05. Good to know. I froze, and I didn't know what to do. So Kathleen, how on, comedy shows, and, kids shows, they'll bring out, the wheeler, the wheelie wheeler, or the things they pick boxes up with, the moo shit. Dolly, I think is what it's called. They felt like they'd have to put me on one and walk me. So she walked me like I was on a dolly. It was kind of funny. The only downside is I had no idea what they were saying in Italian. I only know grazie, buonanotte, buonasera, excusey, which is everyone knows excusey. Bunch of shit I learned in Italy. And I learned you have to cut your own pizza in Italy. So that was quite nice. But yeah, I mainly when I was out on excursions, I was there for cathedrals, Rome, a bunch of other cool shit they have in there. So apparently a fun fact about Italy and the Catholic Church in general, no offense to the Catholics, I didn't know this. So when I was walking, we were in Venice, I believe. We were just going around seeing the church. We did the catacombs, that's different, but I'll tell you that later. So we were in the church, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. So I went over there, we're taking pictures respectfully. We asked for permission. They got really cool artwork on the domes. It was beautiful. And then I walk over to that, and I see what I thought was a mannequin. I don't know why the hell I thought it was a mannequin or wax off. And then apparently I walked past a bishop's dead body. I had no idea. They kept it in such good condition. They pay people to, wash the robes of a deceased bishop. But I also learned the reason they do that is this isn't some sort of religious stream, I'm just letting you know, was because God came back for the spirit, right? They came for your spirit went to heaven. But then later, the second coming, he would grab the bodies. That sounded bad. He will take the body and bring it to heaven. I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to say any less. That's all I know. That's all I've learned. But also in Italy, in Cinque Terre, there is a pirate church, a church built from pirates. By pirates. There's a lot of skeletons and stuff. We also saw the catacombs. We saw crypts. Those are pretty gross. We saw a bunch of churches. It was amazing. It was best time ever. My favorite part of Italy, I was there for 2 weeks. Number one was getting this piece, this piece, and this piece. I bought 3 timepieces in Italy. I will show you them here in a second. I got 2 were in Maranello. One was in, oh shit, maybe it was either Rome or it was Florence. I think it was Florence. Let me check the box. Let's see the date. Ooh, that's loud. That was silly of me. Here we go. I got this one on. Doesn't fucking say. Here it is. I got this on 9/23/2022. This is why you also keep the boxes and info. So it wasn't October, so we were in Florence, I believe. Florence, Italy. Look at this beautiful box this bastard came in. Look how beautiful that is. The blue leather. Open it up. There's a vagina. No, I'm kidding. You open it up. There's condoms and dead baby. Oh, damn it. Why did I say that? That was terrible of me. You open it up. There's the beautiful Maserati logo on there. So when I got this, I remember it. Oh, damn it. I did the reveal wrong. All right, whatever. When I got that, I was originally there to just buy a nice watch. I had over $1,000 saved up, says the man with 3 Rolexes. That was just from graduation money alone. Dang it. Whatever, we're going to leave it. Oh, it's going to give OCD people OCD. But I wanted there because I wanted an upgrade from my silly little Russian Soviet. I'm not hating on Russia. I'm not hating on the Soviet movement. It's amazing. I have different types of movement. We have Japanese movement, Swiss movement, Soviet movement, some other random movements, Italian movements, which I'm sure is Swiss. So whilst I was there, I wanted an automatic watch because I love mechanical timepieces. Mechanical timepieces are an art. Some battery timepieces are also an art, but these mechanical ones from Italy are art pieces to me, right? I get a watch everywhere I travel. I'm winding this because this one feels really good to wind. Another fun fact, don't overwind a watch because it can ruin the mainspring, balance wheel, and all that other shit. And it could overcharge your watch. So, in there, I bought this bad boy. This is the Maserati Potenza something Italian. On the front, it is a skeletonized dial. It has your Maserati Trident? I think it's called a Trident. In gold, and I don't think the black and gold one is so common out here. I love the fluidness of the leather to outer case, the way it's just so smooth, and it got a little bit, I love the way it just feels, but it's okay. On the back you have a, how many day power reserve? I'm going to say a 48-hour power reserve for this thing. It's very simple on the back. You got your Maserati Italian design. That's what I love about mechanical pieces. And the engravings on the back. It has a 48-hour power reserve. This cost me about €495. Doesn't say it. 495 euros on this thing. And it's a very good watch. Black and gold were my high school colors. I think I've said this in every fucking live I've done. Oh, by the way, yeah, I graduated. I want to go back to bed. So I got this in black and gold school colors, and I sent a text to my favorite, a really good tutor, mentor of mine called Random Beard Guy. You know who you are, and I know who you are. No one else in the world is going to know who you are. Your initials are R&B. Could be Ruth Baker, Baby, whatever his name is. Babe Ruth, you never know. Oh, that's backward. All right, whatever. You can see it's getting darker. It's a lot darker outside than my phone lets it. I have no idea why they do that. I'm going to shut up and get to this. This is a skeletonized dial. You have your exposed balance wheel here. It says Italian design. It says its number. Water resistant 10 ATM. So this one was good going. Diving, well, I wouldn't dive with a leather strap. I wouldn't risk it. I don't usually risk it with leather stuff. But, you know. It's pretty cool. I got that one in Florence. Pretty good timepiece. Every timepiece I got, they wrote the name, they gave me the model number, they have the boxes and papers for all of them. So I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. If you want to buy one of my timepieces, hit me up and I'll let you know a price on which timepiece you want. It can be, unfortunately, yes, it can be from the Box of Wonders. Now, these ones are going to charge for a lot higher. These are going to cost you a lot more, and there are boundaries to ones that you can and cannot buy from this collection. And I'm going to charge you pretty fairly. I'm going to go look at the market, see what they're at, how much I bought it for, whether I want to make a profit or whether I don't want to make a profit, or whether the hell I want to do it or not. Because there are timepieces in here. I have all the boxes and all the papers for every fucking watch that I have, including my Apple Watch. which a lot of you people say you don't like. And there's that. Oh, also, I forgot I wasn't finished saying about this. I just realized as I looked at it. This didn't fit me when I bought it. So the guy was nice enough. I don't know how you can do it, but a guy had like a hole puncher clamp thingy, and he had different sizes. So he was nice enough to add an extra little thingy for it. But 480 euro. I'll probably charge you if you were to buy it from me about $500. Um, try to find a better price. We could work out a deal. All right, next I got for 475 euro. It is the Ferrari GMT, based off the GMT Master 2 Batman. It is a quartz Swiss movement. It is one of my favorite timepieces. This is brand new. I wear it every now and then. I haven't worn it in a while, so it's very fresh. Quartz Swiss movement GMT, so it has 2 time zones and fun stuff like that. It's got your Ferrari shield at your 12 o'clock, your date at your 3 o'clock, your GMT hand being the 4th hand, seconds, minutes, hours, and it is a carbon fiber ring on the inside. And we also have a little Ferrari horse stamped on there. So nothing for the live chat yet. Okay, cool. So that's a Swiss timepiece. And up next, we have another Swiss timepiece. I bought this one for... I love talking about this one. This is my favorite of all time Ferrari watches. Now, I'm trumping this one right here. This chrome rose gold and carbon fiber one. This is the rarest watch I own. And I don't say that lightly. And it even has the number out of so many on the back. Now, I'll give you a story about this. Now, I totally had forgotten about birthday and Christmas, correct?
So, usually I'll get gifts then, as anybody does. Or people who, never mind. We're not going to say that on stream because that's a little selfish and dicky. What the hell is that? Oh, there it is.
Who are fortunate enough to forget about Christmas and birthday? Me, being in the heat of the moment, enjoying the here and now whilst in Italy. I did enjoy it, and as I got to Maranello, that last timepiece I showed you, you guys caught that, the light flickered, doesn't matter. The last timepiece being this Swiss movement, Ferrari GMT, give me a second. Okay. My Grammy's opening and stuff, so I'm gonna close my door. I'm sorry about shutting all the noise out. I just get, want to make it sound perfectly quiet in here with the amazing sounds of outside and enjoying my room. So being in the heat of the moment, I noticed that, there's a Ferrari watch I really, really wanted due to its looks. Now, this one I called over from a Ferrari museum, which had the older Ferraris, right? Like the 250 GTO, which they actually had one. They had a 599 something. It's an older Ferrari. They had the Ferrari Dino, which is quite nice because Mom fell in love with it due to the meaning behind the Dino. I forgot it. It's on my other YouTube channel called the Drew's Model Cars. And we saw the Ferrari GMT watch in the little side section of the gift store. Now, I got that. I wanted it then, but we had to wait because I don't remember why, but I asked them to call over to our next location as I have no head and speaking to you guys. And I really fell in love with it. I didn't know if it was limited edition. Turns out it wasn't. So that was cool. And then when I got that, which they said yes, they had one in the next store over. It's a brand new timepiece. I got it for, Lord have mercy. It's on the box down here.
Can you name it? I bought this for 349 euros, so about 350 euro.
Which comes about to $399, $400 US. Where in the US, this is selling for $550. So I got quite the good deal. Pretty good on it, yeah. And it was just the GMT function. Fell in love when I got my Rolex GMT Master 2. I fell in love with the way the GMT hand works and all of that fun stuff in the back. Round with it, with the history being Swiss automatic, everything just so beautiful. And I also learned, I'll tell you on that after this piece. And then I saw this timepiece and I really liked it. I totally didn't look at the price first. I said, I really like that, love that look. I love the look of that timepiece. Big fan of black and red. Um, so, I mean, obviously it's not apparent here that I'm a big fan of black and red. So I saw this, and I didn't know anything about it. I saw the price. It was €899. €899, and the guy said it was limited edition. Playing with it right now. I didn't know how many. I thought it was 899. I misheard him. It's 299. But I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. $1 per every model they made. So there's 899 of them. There's, it was 899 euros. But when I got back home, I did some research. He wrote number 136 on the box. I had no idea. I think he still have boxes and papers for this. This one's not for sale. So when I got home, I looked it up on the Ferrari website. I saw there was only, 299 of these beautiful timepieces worldwide. Now, on the website, it said that I'm going to shut up and just show you the timepiece. This is number 130, 36 of 299 in the entire world. It is a Swiss quartz, pretty interesting. You got your start-stop button there, which is supposed to look like the lovely red push-start-stop button on a Ferrari. It's your start-stop for the tachometer, your reset down here, or your lap time. And then you got basically the Ferrari stuff. You got your deployment clasp. I love those. But yeah, this is number 136 out of 299 worldwide. If you're a fast nut, you can still get your hands on one of these. The one of 199 had sold, unfortunately. It was an automatic timepiece. You can get a Swiss quartz one, though. And then you can be one of the club. You could be one of our members and stuff. So that's the story behind this. And as I was saying, what was I saying? Damn it, I forgot. I'll have to look back at the footage and then possibly belch it out to you next live. What was it? Something. I forgot what it was. Totally forgot. Man, I'm sorry. I straight up forgot. What's going on? No one's here. Great. The reason that no one's here is because I haven't. Okay. Cool. So, chat. No one's here, chat. So, back to the. Fuck. I was talking about that watch. Yeah, so that was the Italy trip. And then on the way back, I had. Before I left, my 3 Rolexes. Rolex, my beautiful timepieces. I love them to death. Those are my at-home, sometimes to important meetings. Or, doctor's appointments, which I have coming up tomorrow. I have 2 appointments, so I gotta dress to impress for the second time. So I gotta choose one of these from the box of wonders, or the Winder back there, which is the GMT2 Pepsi in it. That thing, if you can see it. Let me check. Yeah, you can see it. You'll see it go off every 6 minutes. It should go off. But as I said, I got 2 appointments. You gotta choose from the box of wonders. This has been dubbed. What I'm gonna wear tomorrow. Usually for watches, when I decide what I'm gonna wear, sometimes I do it with when I get an outfit for like this. The red is kind of like a pop of color. Because of my red socks, but it doesn't matter. So I'll choose, whatever I feel like wearing that day, whether it's, like a big day, let's say graduation or something. I'll wear probably a Rolex, or go a little crazy and wear my tourbillons. I love my tourbillon, actually. One of my favorite timepieces is my Aesop tourbillon, as well as my Akribos tourbillon. The Akribos tourbillon is down and out for the count due to a mechanical issue. Thank God that the stem isn't, broken. It's just a think it's a friction, traction, something issue with it. It's not winding. The tourbillon piece still works. So the reason that happened, I had to buy another one. Selfish. I bought another one, and it's not Macribo's tourbillon, but it is a floating tourbillon, and it has a skeletonized face, reference after the RM5301 Pablo McDonough. So it's got the skeletonized. You've seen it on my YouTube Shorts if you've watched my channel before. And I just love the looks of tourbillons. Here it comes, coming around the corner. It's really hard to explain the true beauty of a tourbillon. Now, if you want to throw it down, how can you explain why a tourbillon is so cool, beautiful to people who don't know anything about watches? I just say look it up and you'll figure it out. And I tell them it's a really old technology that they made back then to counteract, it's either pressures or like heavy spots, I guess I can call it, for the second hand to, fast and slow. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It counteracts gravity. There you go. It'll stop the gravitational pull of that. And I don't know how it works. I just know that's what I was explained to me by YouTube, I guess. YouTube explained it to me. So, obviously I took none of that to mind. So I just bought a tourbillon just purely for the movement and just something. Just the way it was just so cool knowing that. I think it's just because it's not fixed to the body of it. It's just its own movement. It just does its own stuff. I know this sounds like gibberish. I'm sorry. I'm super tired and it's almost time to sign off here. But got that tourbillon due to this being down and out of the count. If you guys can tell me like a place where I can get this tourbillon serviced or fixed, I think it just needs a servicing. Because I think there needs to be like there's a specialty to work on these sort of movements, but I think the tourbillon is just fine. It's just an issue with possibly a screw being loose. It just doesn't run, but tourbillon works. It'll make that click sound in reverse, but it won't wind up. So everything's there. It just doesn't wind. I mean, it will. It just looks awesome. It's my favorite. It's my first flying tourbillon. A lot of people did like the time lapse of this. About 3,100 of you actually paid attention to that. So I just need to figure out where to get this fixed. I want to do it. I was going to do it myself, but it's too delicate of a movement, and I do not want to ruin it. Can't buy any more of these. So that's the unfortunate side of this, but I do love the tourbillon movement, just the looks of it, the feel of it, just knowing that you have a little something special you can show instead of just saying, oh, look, here's the date, here's an annual calendar. Those are cool too. I do have a few that are annual calendars. I have 2 Reef Tigers. They are very affordable prices, being under $1,000. A lot of these are under $1,000. So these are beautiful. These ones aren't. But there are some good watches you can get for a very affordable price. For example, this is not an RM. A lot of people think it's an RM. It is not. It is a Feist. So it is a brand that loves the RM look. And it isn't my favorite watch. I wore it during a wisdom tooth surgery with all 4 coming out. So I wore that apparently when I was under the knife, I guess I could call it, or under the dental knife. So I wore that. That's the only story behind this. It is automatic. It's very comfortable, very light. So as I love bigger, bulkier watches, as you can see throughout time, you got this here, this one, these guys. So I decided to buy, this is the Aesop tourbillon I was telling you about, my other turb. You seen that on the channel before? Wow, the lighting is terrible, isn't it? You'll see it through my YouTube Shorts as we go along. So this has been, through the years, it's been 3 years almost. Started May of 2020, and I've been super static. When I first started this channel, I had noticed, and my last video was like my first video ever. First hit 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and then I had quite a few videos lined up. And then it hit a year, and I was super excited because that was my first whole year on YouTube, ever, on this channel at least. And it was just started from then. And then when YouTube Shorts became a thing, I don't know when that started, quite a little while ago. God, this light keeps flickering. I decided to, hey, I'll upload a YouTube short, or unintentional, my first, my 26,000 view one on this. It was turned into a YouTube short. It turned pretty good because YouTube shorts get the chunk of the content in there, whereas you don't have to wait with me for like 48 minutes or however long I've been going. 37 minutes. I felt like it's been longer than 37. You guys are on my phone that way. So once I hit that, that was my first YouTube short. My second one was the time lapse of this bad boy, and then since then, that's how I got the majority of my subscribers, were due to YouTube Shorts. I'm telling you this now because it's good, it gets it out there very quick, you don't have to do much work, I am lazy. But later I have learned I will be doing live streaming through this year. I'm going to tell you about this straight up right now. This year I'm going to do live streams every other day. I think every other day. False, I did one yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, I did one yesterday. I didn't do anything on the first. I was doing something on the first. I forgot what it was. I uploaded a short on the first. I don't remember. I'll have to go back. I'm getting old, getting tired. But yeah, this year I'm going to try to get more live streams in, kind of go over, just hang out with you for a bit. This was just, just to see if anyone would actually ask a question or do anything fun Q&A wise. But so far it's been pretty successful. I appreciate a lot of the stuff that has happened through YouTube. I've learned a lot of things about watches that I didn't know. I'm still fairly new to the watch game. I just couldn't stop collecting when I started. That's the thing I got. I collect stuff. I collect model cars, as you can see. I collect watches, obviously, is what this channel is about. But if you aren't subscribed, please do. I would appreciate it, and then I can have someone else to talk to if, need be. If I get bored or someone has a question, I can answer it really quickly. But if you do email me, my email will be somewhere in the last video. I'll say it right now. It is radcodrew@gmail.com. If you have a question or would like to purchase one of my babies, feel free. Just shoot me an email. We'll talk about price and we'll exchange all that. In the end, there are boundaries to what watches I will sell and which ones I will not. That's the goal for 2023. And I would appreciate if you would share the word, tell others who love watches to subscribe to me and watch some of my content. My content really is just YouTube shorts, just going this over every video with a different watch. I've run out of watches to do that with, so I decided, hell, I'll just do a live stream and tell stories about them, of the nicer pieces. So that's what I've done. That's what I'm doing. That's this year's goal, to possibly get a few more watches as well. I'm looking at a Rolex Daytona Panda. I was going to get a platinum dial, but that's $100,000. I'm not going to drop that on a watch right now. Number one, I don't have the money. Number two, these aren't all bought at the same time. A lot of people think, oh, he has a shitload of money. Excuse me. That's not the case. These are all gifts. Some of them I bought my own. Very few of them I bought my own. Got my Rolexes on my own. I bought these 3 on my own. That's about it. I only own a few of these watches. I buy some of the stuff. I buy the boxes, the winders, some of the watches. I am gifted these pieces. Per my request, usually. But a lot of my watches were gifts. For people who know me pretty well, they'll know my style of watch. They'll also know what I look for in a watch, what's different about the watch. I'm yet, believe it or not, out of 51 pieces, to get a watch with a power reserve node. I really want a power reserve watch. I just don't know which one to be right, but I would love it to be on a tourbillon. I know there's one by Seagull, I believe. Tourbillon-wise, it's got your moon phase, tourbillon dual time, then you got your power reserve. This one has a moon phase, dual time, and tourbillon. Does not have power reserve. None of these have power reserves, unless it's an open mainspring barrel. I guess that's counted as a power reserve. I guess I can count it. But yeah, none of these are power reserve. It'll say the power reserve on the back, or if you go to Chrono 24, it'll tell you how long the power reserve is. This one I believe is 40 hours. The longest one I have is a week. Is this guy? This one lasts a week because it has 2 mainspring barrels. Oh no. So it has twice the amount of power. Oh, this one's also down and out for the count. It's stem broke. This one has a battery issue as well as a second hand missing. This one runs, is just dead right now. Well, that's kind of counterproductive. A lot of my automatic timepieces still work. Well, because they're automatic and they're easier to take care of. But harder to maintain, if that makes sense. Make it make sense. But a lot harder to maintain. For example, this one, you have to get them serviced every now and then, or every lot now. I got one in my winder just over there that I've had for wait, hold on. I got it with elementary school graduation. I did it with high school no, I wore this to high school graduation. That was probably 7th grade, and I'm in college now. 6 years old, I still haven't serviced it. Something like that, I think. 6 or 7 years old. Wait. Yeah, 6 years old. I still haven't serviced it. A lot of my mechanical watch, I have not had one service. I believe. Well, no, this one was serviced and fixed, and then broke again. This one's still yet to be serviced and fixed. She's still running? Yeah, she is. But I need to get a place to go get them all serviced, and let's end it off with my actual name. My actual name is Drew Radko. As I told you, my email was Drew Radko, or Radko Drew. I am currently having the balls enough to sell a few of my timepieces after they get all fixed up, and I'll let you know the issue with each and every one of them. With if you shoot me an email and ask me, hey, what timepieces are for sale, yada yada yada, and I'll let that happen. But this year is going to be better. I'm going to hopefully hit 1,000 subs, maybe more. So if you guys would like, comment, subscribe. Not necessarily comment because, they're keyboard warriors out there. Comment if you feel free. It is dark outside now, as you can see. It was 5:05 or something when I started the stream. It is 5:34. Yeah, 5:34. I have a giant clock back there. And 50 some odd watches in here. I know the time. 5:54, and I will be signing off because I have to kind of lay down. I have a bad headache. I'm tired. I didn't sleep. I got a dog who decided to dance on my other live stream, which I disappointingly deleted. I'll try to get him to dance on live stream again. I think he's the funniest dog ever. But that's that. I guess if you want to keep coming back for lives, pay attention to my content. Just please, like the one person who else is, a couple of people are here. Just go through my content. Just watch them if you want to watch them. Subscribe if you want to see how judge me. I love constructive criticism. So let me know what I can improve, what I can, continue to do well. It's all about your guys' opinion this year. This year is more for you, not for me. I would love for you guys to I'll subscribe back to you. I always do. If you sub to me, I'll sub back to you. Whether or not you have a video, I'll watch it. Or I'll comment on it and give you feedback. I always do that to little shorts channels where watches are, they don't state, yes, there are replicas, right? Yeah, they're replicas. Some people just pass it on and be like, okay. But when I usually will upload a video, the majority of the time, if it's a replica, I'll put I'll put a tag, replica watch or clone watch. I have 2, and they are these 2. These 2 are clones, replicas of the Astronomia, terrible timepieces. I like wearing them though. These are all authentic stuff, boxes and papers for every single one. But I'll say, hey, it's not, I got this comment too, hey, it's okay if you can't afford the authentic one, just admit they're replicas, don't get mad over it. Be honest. That's what I'm doing this year. Wow, you can not see me. That's what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to be honest with you. And from that, I think we're going to call it a wrap. Also, last live stream, I hit over an hour. I loved that because I felt like, I got a good hour of my time out of the way. But then later, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I went to the movies. I got back super late. Or was it the day before? It was sometime. I went to the movies the other day. And movie was good. It was the new Avatar, Way of the Water. That was good. And then the day before, or some other day, I saw the new Black Panther, or Panthers, Tigers, Pantheress, or whatever they call it. The woman warrior, woman something. I don't remember what it was. Woman King. That's what it was. That was okay. It was. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a good movie. I can say nicely. The Avatar was on the edge, but it was good. I mean, it followed the storyline a little bit from the first one. It's 3 hours, so if you have 3 hours of your time, I guess I can recommend going and watching it. If you're interested in that after whenever the first one came out, I think it was like 2011, 2012, something. It's an older movie, but this is 3 hours long. I went to see it at 8. I got home at 11:30. I usually don't stay up late. I go to bed at around 10, 11. This was a night out with the boys, so I went out, hung out, went to the movies. Bryce, oh shoot, I said his name, but his dad decided to, take me along to watch a movie. It was awesome. I appreciate spending time with those guys because I've known them for so long, and it's just good to get out of the house every now and then. Just chat up with your friends. Leave the world of watches, leave the world of cars, leave the world of everything. Just hang out with someone face to face. It's amazing. I love doing it. I love hanging out with people. I love chatting with people. I love talking on about stuff that no one cares about, like I'm doing right now. I like lengthening things. Hold up there. Take that back. Pretend you didn't hear that. I like telling stories, but none of the stories are very important. None of them are really interesting. There's just stuff I want to tell you about what I did today, or something I want to get off my chest. I'll be honest. This year, and this year is going to be a lot of that, and a lot of appreciation from you guys from all over the world. I've noticed, even from Ukraine, my home country. I was born in Ukraine. I was adopted and brought to the U.S. at 2. So my home country watches my own channel, so I appreciate it. And however you subtitle this and put it into Ukrainian, thank you. Appreciate it. But for now, these are my timepieces. This is my progress throughout the years with watches. I have learned a lot through watches. I have learned a lot of myself about what I can and can't do, what I will do and won't do with watches, and what I'm willing to do and what is coming in the future is big. Watch-wise, could be pretty interesting. I'm not going to spoil anything too well. I already told you about the Daytona. If that's a possibility, I may get an AP, maybe a Patek, however you want to say it, a Nautilus, but the Nautiluses are pretty pricey. Jacob & Co. Epic X as a possibility there. That'd be my first Jacob, authentic Jacob. The RMs are a little too high for me right now. Let's see. AP, I'm really wanting a Royal Oak offshore, but that's the only ones I could think of. Maybe a Zenith or a Cartier Reverso. I think that's by Cartier. Reverso watch, as well as a Tudor Black Bay, I believe. Tudor is also a subsidiary from Rolex. So Rolex is a Tudor. It's their own little company, but every Tudor comes with a Rolex crown. So your crown here on a Rolex has a little Rolex crown. On a Tudor, that also has that. Every single one you get. I think the older ones don't, but the new ones do, and I'm probably going to get a Tudor. But that's going to conclude today. Oh my god, my back hurts. I'm going to go to a doctor's appointment about that tomorrow. But that'll conclude the stuff for today. Nice in my pocket. But yeah, thankfully you guys can hop off now. I'm just going to get on to doing life stuff. I appreciate what you guys have done, and this is going to be a little awkward because when I try to exit it, it's just going to be me staring at the camera for a little bit. So I'm just giving you the heads up. You can leave now. I appreciate it for you guys. Love it. Love the attention. I will see you possibly every other day on the live stream. Appreciate it, guys.